So is it easier to weld the pipe to it first or to weld it to wherever it's going first? That's the question. So I'm going to show you guys like 2 to 3 ways on how to do this. You can either weld your fitting to this or your pipe to this and then attach it to where it's going. Sometimes I feel like that's easier to do than to just weld this on it and then make this fitting. It's really all personal preference. You know, if it's a pipe, sometimes it's easier to put the pipe to it secondary. If it's a flange or a fitting, sometimes it's best to put that fitting to it first before you weld it to there. But sometimes you can get in trouble too. Sometimes it'll restrict you from getting that weld in there properly if you put the fitting on there first. So I'm going to show you this week on how to basically tackle this and different ways on how to put this on the pipe. So that way you guys have a good idea on how to go about fabricating your stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of fabricating and fitting this week, so I really want you to dive in deep. I'm going to probably pull some pieces aside and show you how to blow through it and then how to make it look nice by fixing that repair, because that's one of the biggest questions I get on how to fix your blow through, how to fix a repair. Like, repairs are going to happen. You're going to blow through your hot pass. Of course, the more consistency you're doing it, the more you're running the beads and the more you're grinding it, the more you get the feel for of the tie-ins, if they're getting tied in, if it's a weak spot and you didn't get into it, and therefore that's going to help you guys understand the whole formula behind the landing, the gap, the heat, the speed, the pressure, because all of that is a formula. So I'm trying to teach you guys on how to calculate the formula properly, because everybody's a little bit different. Some people like a wide gap and they don't like to press so hard. They kind of like to float that bead in there or kind of step it in there. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I always say there's more than one way to do a project. And sometimes it's more efficient in different aspects of how to tackle that type of work to take that fit. There's a certain fit out there that I prefer. You guys know it. I like it. It's slam up, jam up. I've been slam up, jam up rig welder my whole pipe welding career. It's the only way I take a fit because that's the way I was taught. I wasn't taught to open it up wide. I was taught if you open up the gap wide, you're either going to have to float it or step it. And that's going to require more rod, less heat, more time. And so I come from an industry where it's racehorse, come on, get it, go. So we took less of a gap so we could apply less rod and apply less amount of time to complete the weld. Now that's where my fit comes from, guys. You'll hear people knock me all day. It's okay about the fit, because to me that's where it was, bro. I would get that fit. For me it worked. For some people it doesn't. It's okay. I got guys out there that always tell me, oh, it's a Wally gap, put Wally on this side of the pipe because that's his fit. Give me that big side. I like to use a 532. And yeah, they might get more stretch out of that 532, but I'm probably going to get the same amount of stretch without 1/8 rod with a tighter gap, because I don't have more space to fill. And so that's what I've been trying to tell you guys. The more space you have to fill applies more rod you have to dump into the weld, and that takes more time to burn down the rods. So I come from an efficiency place. Less time with less rods equals more production. Now, I can't say I'm the best welder out there, because I know I'm not, but I roll with them, baby, and I'm trying to be just like them. So now I'm out here doing my own thing, trying to set my own pace and helping you guys out. You want to start your own business? I'll tell you what, it ain't easy, but it's worth it. And a lot of people can go out there and go after it. And that's all I'm trying to preach and teach these days, is that the sky is the limit. You just need to know how to market yourself. You got to know how to present yourself. And then you got to know how to actually complete the work and be a good client. So with all that said, I hope you stay tuned, guys. Peace.